Hi, I'm Gina. I'm making a new bit of work called Pole, and it's going to be a pole which is 4 metres high by just under a metre wide for a building in Polling that's created by another artist, Bernard Zimmer, who's asked 169 artists from around the world to create a pole with which a building's constructed. And I've taken ideas from a lot of my past work about capturing motion in time and the human body and dances and kind of airborne imagery to some extent of dances, and mix that with the sculptural forms in three-dimensional scanning over time, or surface scanning, to create a pillar made of kind of semi-abstracted figures of pole dancers in motion over time. So you imagine the sculptural form captures the volume of the time motion movement, or the ghosted movement. So it's a lot of kind of palaces and nascent works combined with the kind of scanning and three-dimensional printing and sculpting stuff that I did a lot in my work Heirloom. I was incredibly excited about making it, and have worked out various ways which can only be made by new technology in terms of the imaging, the scanning, the cutting. So it'd be cut by robots in 4 separate pieces. It's not structural, so it's clad around a structural concrete pillar in the building, and that's due to be open sometime late April this year in 2020. Finally, we're on our way to Brighton to work with a company, Iona, who I've worked with for a number of years on different projects. It's going to be the dancer.
Hi, my name's Matt. I'm working with Gina to create a sort of three-dimensional sculpture using sort of computer graphics. We're using scan data from Iona, one of the performers, and we're scanning that data, and then I'm recreating, based on our drawings, a sort of three-dimensional digital sculpture which wraps the figure around a column. It's about 3.5 metres tall, 3.9 metres tall. And then we're going to make that and produce it using 3D milling techniques, which is then going to be installed as part of a larger installation.
If there's something slower, like...
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like
if
maybe you should just try and hit it when you see the pose you like, because that was getting some really interesting.
You directing a pose and saying when you're ready, you're in the pose. Because we've got lots of legs to work and torso, but we haven't got a lot of long arms to work.
No.
So I think we need more long. That's it.
That's nice.
That's nice. Okay, that.
So the first stage is it kind of captures all the angles from the multiple cameras, and it uses those to build up a sparse point cloud. So you'll see there's a lot of little coloured dots in space, and then the second stage is it will take the sparse point cloud and make it into a dense point cloud, which just uses a lot more points, and it starts to look like your object.
You can design as much in your head what you want it to look like at the end, but if you don't go with the flow of the possibilities and the people on board, then you're kind of limiting yourself, and you might as well be doing colour by numbers. So I think what we've got here is like working with a group of people who are all expert at improvisation is pretty good. And just getting the incredible and extraordinary poses that Iona can do, and seeing them in 3D form, they absolutely look beautiful. And now it's finding ways of where we can actually work with the system and the artifacts that it's offering up to make that part of an intrinsic to the final product, rather than trying to camouflage them or smooth them over. And it's putting those, like at the moment we've got a few poses that are core poses. We want to keep Iona the same size as what she is, so true to life form. We've got 3.9 metres to cover in terms of height. So that's probably about 2.5 times Iona, isn't it? 3 times Iona, say 2.5 times Iona. With some different poses, obviously there's about 4 times. So we're looking at kind of getting about 5 core poses, and now once we've got those, it gives us enough room to play and experiment with the artefacts that are thrown up by fast motion. So still image trying to capture fast motion and the artefacts that throws up in time through the error of movement over time from a still image capture system. So it's all really exciting.
I met Gina when I was at art school in Dundee, Duncan of Johnson, and I was maybe in second year or something, and she came back because they had all this digital imaging there, which they didn't have anywhere else in UK at that time. And through a friend at an art school, she was needing movement, and I got involved. But later after art school, I went to Netherlands Dance School and performed around the world. But we've kept in contact, and we made further films together, because I think we were both interested in the kind of finding the inside out of the body and looking through the sculptural anatomy and reforming it into, well, she was also looking at it from a different angle, but I was looking at it from dance and how to kind of re-Frankenstein the body and sculpture it all back together in another form for just a new imagining of movement and the physical mind, the physical beast. We made the film Infected, and it's actually still touring today, so that's 20 years being performed in film festivals from Montreal to Australia.